drawing from my own experience and experience of many people that I have had conversations with on this subject, people who have supported me and people that I have supported as they've transitioned back to work. So I mentioned that I have two girls, and I took a year out for maternity leave when I had each of them. So both times, it was like a complete year away from work, and I found it really challenging both times, even more so the second time transitioning back into work. And I felt really isolated. I dared not ask for help because I thought if I ask for help, then they'll know that I don't belong here. I now know, right, these things are all in my head. These are issues that affect both men and women as they transition back from parental leave. So being wrecked with guilt, just really feeling guilty about leaving their kids with a childminder, nursery or daycare, people struggling with a new routine of work and then pick up and drop off of kids. I've had people, just facing the challenges of decisions being made in your absence in the evenings or at drinks, because you can't do that now, you have to leave at 6 p.m. And I've heard of people coming back to work and just feeling like they're miles behind their peers, like they have this feeling that while they were away, their peers progressed, tremendously in their careers, and you now feel really left behind. And, these may be true or not, but altogether, these are just some of the challenges that I've had from people along the years.
An incredibly rewarding time, because I think it gave me the opportunity to really sit back, to think, to reflect on who I am and what it is that I want to be doing with my life professionally. And the upshot of all of that, to bring the story to its conclusion, is that I realized actually there was more for me in this organization, and there was more opportunity in this organization to do the sorts of things that I really want to do and the type of work that I would really want to do, then perhaps there might be immediately going, say, back into the private sector or doing something else. And so I took the decision after 6 months to come back to the organization, but I did it very much with a greater sense of purpose and a greater sense of what it is that is keeping me in that organization and I want to do with my time while I'm there. And in coming back, I've been fortunate to be able to move roles a couple of times since then. And a big part of that has been moving out of perhaps a more technically, analytically focused role as an actuary into a broader role where I've been able to bring more of my big picture strategic thinking skills to the fore. And that has really been fantastic. And I've had subsequently a number of years, again, of incredible opportunity and growth. And I would really put it down in large part to the decision to take that time out to really think things through, to refresh, to refocus, and come back to doing what it is that I want to do.
I'll touch on why. Why did I take a sabbatical? When was the right time to take a sabbatical? What did I want to achieve? And also, what did I need to put in place in order to accomplish my sabbatical goals? Who did I need to support me in this endeavor? And then where, in the context of where was the right place to spend my time during the sabbatical? I needed an external intervention in the form of a career coach to help me consolidate the ideas I had in my head, and then also to form a new kind of proposition about the value I add to organizations that would extend beyond the banking environment. Not all career breaks are equal. Some career breaks are about having a pause along the path that you've committed to, right? So you pause and then you continue doing what you're doing before. And some career breaks are about pivoting in a new direction. When you do things like this, one, uncertainty is par for the course. And two, as you go through it, not everything that counts can be measured, and not everything that's measured actually counts. And what I mean by that is you'll discover things about yourself, something like in my case, creativity, something which is a much bigger part of my life. And I expressed that with writing and a couple of other different things. I couldn't have anticipated, and I didn't actually anticipate that would be a key result area for my sabbatical.
We've just had a question from Monica as well. To pivot a career in a new direction, perhaps you need to start in a new industry at a much lower level than left before. and it becomes more of a concern the more established your career is, if you're in it for a number of years or decades already. So she's asking, what are your thoughts on this?
This is a live thought process for me. Because I'm also looking to pivot. I also have to think about, would I go for a junior role to get into the right space? I have to be willing to be comfortable at the level that I go in. Juniorize a little bit, yes, but then this is the thing that we have to worry about. How quick is the bounce back, depending on the organization.
You've got many, many years of experience, which you're just translating those skill sets into a new area.
Don't necessarily assume that you have to go into a more junior role, but at the same time, you also got to keep in mind, what's the end goal for you? What are you ultimately trying to achieve? And if that does involve needing to take what might seem like a bit of a step back, that might well be worth it in the context of your longer term goal and where you're trying to get to.
Find out first whether you really do need to actually leave your current company in order to do that transition. I guess my message today is always be aware of your options, right? Sometimes you don't have to make that leap out of the organization. You can transition within, and that might be less risky.